Hello my friends, welcome back to my channel. It's Belinda here. It's Margarete Miller Day in my world, so come along and join me for a bit of collage fun. Up front, I'm going to say I found this week's prompts quite hard to try and weave together into a story. If you've been watching me regularly, you know I try to do all the elements in some sort of cohesive format. Doesn't always work. I'll let you be the judge of whether today's story, it's not really a story, but whether today's kind of like cohesiveness works or not. So let's look at the prompts. An accessory you wear. I have cut out a couple of hats from a bridal magazine. Might use one or both. A ticket. I have two options for that as well. I've got this ticket out of a raffle book that my husband bought me, just an empty raffle book. I've also got this authentic bit of ephemera that my friend bought back from London for me. She rode the railway system and had a bunch of these cards that she bought back for me. I haven't used any yet because there's like maybe 6 of them. They're kind of precious, like they're real tickets that I don't get my hands on. So maybe I might use that if I can kind of bring myself to use it. The title of a book on your bookshelf is this one here. This is a recent edition that I got from a lady at church or associated with our church who's gone into a rest home. And this was one of the books that she was giving away. So it's actually really quite new. I don't know what year it's from, but it's relatively recent. And I only took it so that I can use it for journaling. So I had no compunctions in ripping up the dust jacket. So this is actually the dust jacket from that book. And yes, it was on my bookshelf. I've got a section of my bookshelf where some of the books that I tear up live, just so that they're handier. Right, so that's that, the title of a book on your bookshelf. A vegetable, plant, or part of one. So I have already fussy cut out this image here of a leek and a turnip or a beet or something along those lines, and there's a couple of beans here. That's out of a gardening book. Something related to coffee. We have this beautiful, lovely image of an iced latte, which when I saw that in the magazine was like, got to use that. Fits the bill. And the bonus of lace. So I've chosen not to go with actual lace today, because while I was looking for the hats or looking for something in the bridal book and came across the hats, I also found this image of lace. And I thought, well, why not use an image of lace instead? Right, so they are our prompts. Let's have a play and talk about how I envisage this all sort of playing together. So I'm going to start off with, I think, this book page, or not book page, book cover, and that's kind of going to be kind of the focal point or the starting point for my story. Okay, so Pear's Encyclopedia, by nature, encyclopedia has lots of different things inside it. So my idea is that this is a center point, and then everything else that the prompts are sort of articles or stories, or they're not the right words to describe it. Listings, no. Entries. Do you get what I'm trying to say? They're things inside the encyclopedia that are covered within the pages, and they're just kind of around the edges of it. Does that make sense? I feel like I'm not being sensible in what I'm trying to say. Let's just get going, and hopefully it'll kind of come together. So if I put this over top and have everything peeking out, I'm going to lose a lot of the fun. So I think I'm going to have to lay some bits over top, some bits underneath, like they're coming out of the book. So I'm just going to have a play with the composition here and try and fit it within my page. Might be easier too if I just close my book so that I'm working. That's better. I feel like I'm not kind of messing around too much. So I'm wondering about, so I've got the lace kind of half over, half under, approximately. Something like that, maybe. Also need to think about where I'm going to put my prompts in. So we've got our veggies here. Maybe we can do that sort of half under, half out again. Maybe trying to fit it on the page. That kind of works there. Might need a little shuffling. Hats and ticket. Where are we going to pop our ticket? This is a map of Japan here on the cover, so not London, but we could, gosh, get my words out, could kind of tuck that in there like it's a rail pass for the map kind of thing, maybe. And the hats, I really do like I should use one of these and something that I'm going to keep, because then I will always have it. And then we've got our hats. I think I'll use both of them, because why not? That's the accessory that you wear. Okay, I'm actually pretty happy with that. I don't think I'll use the paper ticket unless we kind of tuck it in at the back here. Oh, actually, why not? Let's do that, because a raffle ticket is different to a travel ticket. So they're still things that could be entries within the encyclopedia. Now, I did all that and I did not think about what I was going to do with the background. Do I want to do anything with the background? I'm going to say no. I don't think it's a problem. The lines give interest in the background. It's not completely just plain. I think I'm going to go with that. Now, where am I going to put my prompts before I glue anything down? Let's learn from my previous ones where I've glued everything down and then it's like, oops, where am I going to put this? And I'm wondering whether I can tuck it in here. Maybe round the other way so we can see the edge there. Or do we want to just like put it as a tuck in there? I actually kind of like that. Or just like that. Kind of, I know I'm overthinking this. I don't want to obscure too much of the latte because I think that's a really fun image. So I think I'll go back to this original idea of here, because I mean this is okay and we can still see it when we remove the prompts, but I'd rather have this on display than this area here because it's the title that's important for the prompt. Okay, we have a plan. Now I need to try and put this together the same way. Wish me luck. So first off problem I see is that this is not fitting. What can we do about it? Okay, angle it a bit more. And then I just need to trim some off at the top or bring this down a little bit. Still need to trim off at the top. So that's okay, we can do that, but let me glue this to our Pears Encyclopedia dust jacket. Oops, oopsie daisy. Putting glue everywhere. There we go. And a little bit under this corner. there. And then this little, whatever it is, whether it's a beet or a turnip or something of that sort, could even be a swede. I'm not sure what the leaves probably signify what type of vegetable it is, but it doesn't matter. It is a vegetable, and that's all we need to know, really. So I'm going to come in under here and put some glue on the back of the ticket and glue that to the dust jacket. And then along this bit, sorry you can't see me applying the glue because I'm working on the underside. Just kind of connecting all the pieces so that I can flip it, glue everything together, glue the whole back, and then put it down and everything's in the right place. So I think I'll go there with that. Yeah. The raffle ticket I can pretty much just glue on because it's just tucked in the top corner there, so I'm not going to worry about that. Okay, this one, pop there, and that's not exactly how I had it, but it's fine. It's good enough. Oops. It's the trouble when you do it without waiting for the glue to dry. Here we go. Okay, so all the pieces are loosely together. I'm going to shift that across and I'm going to glue down the raffle ticket. I've torn it out of the book, so why not use it? And I did choose ticket number 8 because this is week number 8 of the Margarete Miller Challenge. So just a little nod towards where we're up to in the collage assignments. Okay, now I'm going to flip this over. Not entirely necessary, actually. Don't need that at all, so I'm just going to cut it off. We don't need all that excess under there. Just don't really need to glue that down on the back, but I just prefer to double insurance that everything's going to stay where I put it before I get it landed on the page. Just makes it a little bit easier to handle. There's a bit, yeah, a bit under here. It's not glued down. Now I need to make sure I've still got the ability to put our prompts in here. And yes, that's all good. So I didn't accidentally glue our pocket shut. So now I'm going to cover the whole thing in glue so we can plop it down on our page, and then I'll trim off anything that sticks over the sides of the page. So there we go. There is kind of my story. That isn't really a story, it's just kind of an explanation of why all these pieces maybe fit together. My gosh, can you tell this isn't my first video today? My words are coming out jumbled. I must have been doing too much talking today. But yeah, that's the scenario behind today's page. What do you think? Does it work? Does it make sense? If you can understand what I was saying, because I feel like I didn't explain it all that well. But hopefully it speaks for itself. I'm surprised that they're still doing the Pears Encyclopedia, because who uses an encyclopedia type thing these days? I guess some people must, otherwise they wouldn't produce them still. But, you know, certainly the younger generation go to the internet for any research that they need to do. And I must admit, I'm the same. If I've got a question or I've got a query, I head to the internet and do a search. And usually it serves me pretty well. Not 100%, but most of the time you can find an answer to your question. Right, I've got a bit sticking up there, so let's take care of that. And a bit there, needs gluing down. Hey Georgie. Georgie come in for his post-lunch snack. He doesn't get lunch, his brother gets lunch, but Georgie usually comes in not too soon after lunch and has a snack of some biscuits. Georgie's our youngest cat. If you are not used to my channel, you might not know who Georgie is. Georgie is one of our 4 cats. And his oldest brother gets lunch because his oldest brother is almost 15. George, no, George. Good decision time, darling. You need to make good decision. Leave your sister alone. Sorry, just avoiding a tete-a-tete between 2 of our cats. One being Georgie and the other being Kelly, who does not particularly enjoy Georgie's advances, which are playful. They're not really antagonistic, but that's how Kelly reads them, because she just wants to be left alone, not pounced on or jumped at or swiped at or anything of the sort. So he has made a good decision and gone back for some biscuits to leave her alone. Right, so there we have it. Let's review. Week 8 of Margarete Miller Collage assignments. We have an accessory you wear with the hats. We have a ticket, so we've got the raffle ticket and the Heathrow rail ticket. Title of a book on your bookshelf. A vegetable plant, so we've got a few vegetables here. Something related to coffee. Very yummy looking iced latte. Yum, num, num. Really makes me want one. And we've got this image of lace to fulfill the lace prompt. So there we go. There's week 8. I hope you enjoyed this one. As I said, it was a difficult one for me to bring together and try and make it cohesive. What do you think? Did I succeed? At the end of the day, it's done. Moving on. We'll look forward to week 9 and what that brings. Thanks for joining me today. Hope you have a brilliant weekend, friends. And I'll see you again on Monday for the Deal It Up Challenge. Take care. Bye.